Right, so how do you create $1 million freelancing business? It's not the old school traditional freelancing that you might be thinking about. It's also not SMMA or agency. I call this the one person freedom fast lane business. And the fast lane is just a faster way to get to your goals. Instead of investing in a 401k, stocks, mutual funds, and waiting till you're 70 to retire, rich, hopefully, instead, you get to live the life that you want within 12 months. And that's my goal here with this channel, is just to share how I've been able to do that. So there's 3 different stages. The first one is 0 to 10,000 a month. The second one is 10 to 30,000 a month. And then 30 to 100K per month and beyond. Now, the first step is really just to get you some sort of like location freedom. So you get to work from anywhere, and that's the freelancing business. But it's not the typical old school one. We'll touch more on that here in a second. The second stage is the 10 to 30,000 journey, where you get to 30,000. Now you can take 10,000 in salary. You have additional money to invest in stuff that you want. You can get new camera gear, a new office, new computer. You can travel, and it's a lot of this is expenses for your business, and it's an investment into yourself, into your future, education, masterminds, and things like that. And you also get to help other people who may not be as fortunate as you, may not be an entrepreneur type of person, and they may not have the desire even to build something, but they may be struggling, and you want to help those people. The third one is where you go from 30 to 100K per month, and now you get to build a business that can actually make you rich. So maybe you're not, you may not build real like 10, 100 million wealth, but you may not need that. You may be someone who's more creative. You're okay with doing 30K per month because you just want to have a business and a job really that you enjoy doing. Because the worst thing that you can think of, imagine, is being in a job that you hate for the rest of your life. Waking up, I know the Monday anxiety, and it actually starts on Sunday, where you're like, man, tomorrow's Monday, and you feel this sense of this like pain, almost like this heavy chest. There's like a stone weighing on you, and it's like, man, it's Monday again. And then you wait for Friday. So the freelancing business, there's this concept called the Ikigai, and I'm gonna paraphrase, but basically what it means is like this axis, like X, Y, and it's how can you do something you're good at, something you love doing, that the market also wants and they're happy to pay for. That's the big idea of it, the concept. And really what you want to do is just combine something that you could do almost for free. So you may not know that if you're used to just going to a job or studying university or play video games or watch Netflix series, you're like, but there's nothing really that I'm that good at, or there's nothing really that that I'm really passionate about. You may not know because you're thinking about something brand new. So you may not even have analyzed this, but I can tell you, typically people are either like creative, so they love like art or painting or some form of like creation. You have a vision and you want to build something with your eyes, hands, or digitally, and it's like you're a creative type of person. Second, you might be an analyst, so you always analyze things. You look at data. You always you love numbers, and you love looking at budgets. You love budgeting everything. You like looking at return on investment, maybe compound interest. You're a numbers guy. Third is if you're an operations guy. So you might be someone who really loves like building systems and teams and hiring and being, a leader. And I would say the fourth maybe is more of like the CEO, salesperson. So not the COO, the operations, but the CEO who's like, yes, I'm a visionary, but you're selling your team, you're selling your customers, your clients on working with you. So that might be, something to think about, is like, which one of those are you? I always say, like, when you want to make money, that's the only focus you have, is like, how can I make money? Once you have money and you have a business, you're like, which one am I mostly optimized for? And that's the fast lane business, where you can actually have freedom while also doing something that fits and syncs and aligns with who you are as a person. And so now you start offering that to something that is of high value to who? Who do you want to work with? Well, I'll tell you who I want to work with, and that's someone who can purchase, they have purchase power. They can actually buy something that they really want because it's an investment in them. Meaning, if I'm a fitness coach, I want to work with business owners who have money and they value their health. If I am a marketer, I want to work with business owners who have money so they can pay high ticket for something of value. So now I can look at the market and go, what is the most valuable thing I can offer to someone? If I'm a copywriter, it's going to be something that makes them more money. So sales pages, ads, or emails, for example, or content. If I'm a designer, it's not going to be logos, because logos are great, but they're foundational. They're not revenue generating. So I'm going to look at something else like sales pages and funnels And again, building like home pages that convert, and offer pages and sales funnels really for the offers that they have. So now I can build sales page and landing pages for all their offers, free offers to get them leads, all these things. And they don't have to necessarily rely on me to get them all the results, because I'm not running their ads. And trust me, I've done that in the past, but I don't like it. I'm a creative person. Maybe you're the analyst, the guy who's like, I'm good at copy and I love numbers, so I'm gonna combine that and do ads for them, and I'm gonna make them more money, therefore they're gonna pay me. So the whole idea is just to get to 10,000 a month, which is like 4 clients per month at 2.5k. And then you're like, this is a cash flow sort of freedom fast lane first step. It's like, it's gonna get me to my sort of freedom where I can work from home, I can travel, and I can go new places and pretty much choose my own schedule. That's really the first step to freedom. But it's not financial freedom. It might be location freedom and time freedom, because now you're no longer selling your time. In a job, typically you sell, I get $20 per hour, I get 5k per month, I get 2,000 per month, and it's per time, hour, weekly, or monthly. A lot of times in business freelancing, people start off that way, like, oh, I charge for editing, I charge $60 per hour. For filmmaking, I charge $70 per hour filming. And it's like, a lot of people do that because they have the mindset of an employee. What you want to do in a fast lane freelancing business is you charge per the value. So you can charge retainers per month because of the value you add to someone. And I've had a friend who's a filmmaker. I helped him really become like a more like a YouTube growth person instead. So now he helps people launch YouTube channels. Instead of just editing, he's offering YouTube SEO, thumbnails, titles, and editing. So you can see how value goes from here to here, and he can charge, instead of 1,000, 5,000 per month, 10,000 per month. So think about ways that you can increase your value to charge more instead of being like a time whore. Okay, next one, we have the 10 to 30,000 per month. So this is really where a lot of times you want to outsource a couple of things, or maybe even everything, to productize and systemize a business so it becomes an asset. So now you're not the main person. You might be the one who's selling, but me, for example, I've gone from being a freelancer to agency owner, where I'm not really like even running it right now. I'm just the one person fast lane business owner, where I have 7 revenue streams, and my clients who come to me, I just message them, and then when they're happy to pay me, I send the invoice, and my team does everything. So I have an entire team that's systemized, from a COO, project manager, copyright designer, brand specialist, and tech automations, and it's all done. So I can choose to be involved if I want to, but I don't have to, because it's an asset. It's a machine that's running, and you want to keep it lean. Small team that's really good at what they do. They have to be better than you. So now you're not like, nobody can replace me. Well, they can. If you used to do something, you can replace yourself with like 3 to 4 or 5 people. So now you just charge really good, and you try to keep your profit margins decent. And now you can easily get to 30,000 a month, because you have more time focusing on scaling. And this is where it gets really fun. Imagine everything that you're so far learning. You're learning how to do marketing and sales and grow business in a particular industry. So now you can sort of productize even more. Freelancing to agency, what a productization of an outcome, right? So you just take that process and you ask yourself, how can I go from done for you, meaning I do everything, to done with you? That's consulting. It's the next step of, okay, I'm going to help you with this, and I'm going to include support, guidance, helping you get the outcome. Okay, next step of that is do it yourself. It's going to be cheaper. So people who can't afford it or don't want to pay top prices, now you get more passive income, because you say, okay, I've taken everything that I've learned and I put it into a system that if you just follow it, it shows you, here's how you do it, here's why you do it, here's a tutorial that shows you how to do it, here's a pre-made template and script, and the thing that you're selling, you just give it to them as a resource, so they can be like, oh, okay, that's simple, thank you for everything you've done for me, that makes my job simpler. And it's just like 20% of the cost. So if you used to charge 5,000, you could sell this bundle package for 1,000 or even 500. So now if you get like 100 of those people and it's $500, that's 50,000 per month. And so now you can see how it's way easier to scale this up, because you no longer depend on your time or even a productized service, but the actual digital product as a solution itself. So now you have what I call like info cash flow that's coming in. And there's so many other ways you can make money with this. You can take this information and you can partner with creators and influencers and help them monetize, or you also get a cut. You get a percentage of all the sales. You can sell templates and digital product as low ticket, like $37 products, or you can sell it as a $97 per month community where you keep updating, add new stuff every single month. You can take some of that stuff and put it out for free for lead generation and lead flow through content creation. It builds your brand, your audience, and your goodwill, because you're not pushing products on people. You're just helping them, and when they want to buy from you, they say, where can I get more of this? Well, here's a link, here's a sales funnel. So you use funnels for yourself. You build all these revenue streams. Each offer has its own funnel. You build a community, a one-person personal brand that's a fast lane business that drips into low ticket, medium ticket, and high ticket, depending on how much access they get access to you, right? So depending on how much access you want to give to them. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense, because if you're trying to be a freelancer and become $1 million freelancer, it's going to be difficult just selling your time or selling your initial offer. You want to optimize and pivot towards more value stuff on a broader scale. So how can I make it more valuable in different levels of access to me, but also price points so that more people can actually purchase it? And what's going to happen is, as well as, which you might not see a lot of times, people are going to pay the first thing that's like $50 or $30. And then they really love it because you care about people and you actually put time into creating it. And now they're like, man, I can't believe this was this good for this cheap. Let me get the next thing. And so marketing has really changed a lot of, lately, because a lot of times people get disappointed when they buy something. So there's a massive opportunity for you to undersell and just over care. So you just say, hey, you bought this thing, I've updated it, it's better now. Here you go, it's free. So the 2.0, instead of selling iPhones and selling them the iPhone 16 for full price, you say, listen, you bought the iPhone 15, I'm going to give you the 16 for free. That's only possible when you're not trading your time for money. I can now help 1 million people the same amount of time, because the resources and the assets work for me, not my time.